today we're going to talk Netflix and chill, what we're going to be watching this summer. Welcome to When the Fuck Did I Become Old, a fun, edgy and unapologetically honest podcast where, as the title suggests, nothing is off the table. And I'm your host, Joe Parker.
And I'm Kev. And the thing that's kind of inspired today's episode is that there's a handful of dramas coming to your screens, which are all starring aging stars. So all the headline acts are kind of like late 40s, 50s, even some in the 60s, actually. So that's what kind of made us think, well, actually, that's kind of exactly the generation that we're in. And it's amazing to see some of our favourite things come to the screen with actors of that generation. So,
but also, we've been watching Rivals, which is full of nostalgia in the 1980s. So it takes us back to when we were young adults.
We have. We're going to go through 4 series that we're going to watch over the summer.
Rivals
is the first one. So let's talk about that. So Rivals is 12 episodes long.
When did it start?
Series 2. It started on the 18th of May.
Okay.
And it's on Disney Plus.
Right.
So obviously adaptation of a Jilly Cooper book with a bit of improvisation.
Yeah.
It kind of goes beyond the confines of the book. In terms of, for those of you who haven't seen it, if anyone hasn't seen it, so the plot is basically, certainly in season 2 anyway, about 2 rival TV companies headed up by Tony Waddingham and Declan O'Hara. And it's played out in a fictitious countryside location, which is called Russia. It's kind of essentially the Cotswolds on steroids. The characters, it is a bit of a stereotypical thing, right? So it's like an MP, it's an ex-Olympian, it's a journalist, it's a presenter, it's a somebody who's an executive of a TV company. So there's a lot of glamorous, high-profile roles, if you like, in this countryside setting. A lot of frolicking and infidelity, and pretty much everywhere. It's got a pretty heavy cast, like strong cast. So David Tennant, who's 55, by the way. You've got Danny Dyer.
How old is he? Do you know?
I don't know, actually, but I think he's heading for 50. Victoria Smurfit, 52. Rupert Everett, 67.
It is Rupert Everett.
It is Rupert Everett.
Oh, I thought it was Rupert Everett, but I didn't think he looked like Rupert Everett. Ah, okay.
And then Alex Hassel, Emily Atack, and Nafessa Williams. So it's a solid ensemble piece. And
so why do you like it so much?
Why do we like it? Good question. So it's a caricature, right? It's a caricature of a bygone era. It's set in the 80s, for those of you who don't know. It's set in the 80s. And series 2 is set about 86 to 88. Series 1 was in the early 80s. So it pokes fun at a decade that we all grew up in. There are a million references that they have successfully sort of captured from that era, which they all managed to find a little cameo piece to put in, which just absolutely just like ring bells with you. And you go, oh yeah, no, I used to do that. I used to wear that. Whatever it was.
Used to listen to that.
The most ridiculous one a couple of episodes ago, which is very much of that era, when they did, I think it was episode 5, I think, or maybe episode 4, where they did the equivalent of like, it's a knockout, Jeux sans frontières. And they did that as a TV series filmed in the grounds of one of the stately homes of one of the owners of the TV station.
The only thing they didn't have was Stuart Hall.
Everything you saw there was just so early 80s, late 70s, it's knockout. It was like, oh my God, it's such a pastiche. It's until last night's episode. So for those of you who haven't seen it, episode 6 is a bit heavy. We're halfway through the season at the moment. I'm not going to tell you what happens in case you watch it, but episode 6 is heavy. The first 5 episodes, just an absolute joyous riot. They're just irreverent, innocent in a bizarre way, extremely amoral.
Well, they're not innocent because there's loads of
no, but there's a naivety to it, right? So there's a lot of sex, but
or infidelity.
But it's kind of not necessarily malicious in the first 5 episodes, right? There's lots of infidelity done in a kind of.
Do we want to talk about that outside of the podcast? It's not malicious and it's joyful and it's
the way they've portrayed it, right? It's kind of like episode 6 where people start to get hurt. But
Yeah.
but up until then, it's just fun. And all the little snippets. So there's the music, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? So they've got an absolutely ridiculous playlist.
1980s.
Right? So bands that I noted, that I heard during the episodes: ABC, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Depeche Mode, The Clash, Spandau, Blondie, Wham, Adam and the Ants, Human League, Susie and the Banshees. It's like there's not a dud note there, right?
Yeah.
It's just amazing top flight music. They've done some cute little brand partnerships
They
as well.
have, yeah.
So they've done a VW marketing partnership, which enables VW to put
Their old GTI.
old Golf GTIs right at the front of the episode. And as soon as you see that black and red Golf GTI, like everybody who lived that decade goes, that's the Golf GTI. That's the one that everybody wanted. There's a PG Tips sponsorship.
That's a bit.
But the
Low.
people who've really gone to town,
Yeah.
Waitrose.
What do you mean? What do you mean they've really gone to town?
So they have brand sponsored that thing to the hilt, right? I mean, we have a Rivals Waitrose shopping bag, which we got given as membership rewards on our Waitrose card, right? So they're like pushing the brand out there massively.
Yeah, it's bright red.
It's bright red, and also they've taken on that kind of like 80s. There's a lot of garden party and type stuff going on in the episodes, right? They've taken that to the max, and Waitrose have launched an entire Rivals co-branded bunch of summer food, right? Which is all of the era.
What does it include?
A lot of quiche,
Yeah.
coronation chicken, obviously, prawn cocktail, steak Diane, crisps. I've never had a steak Diane crisp in my life, but I can remember steak Diane being a dish back in the day. Prawn cocktail, Bloody Mary crisps, ploughman's quiche. They've even done a coronation chicken quiche.
We didn't have that in the.
No, that's completely synthesized. What else we got? Rhubarb and custard ice cream.
Okay. Yeah, I remember rhubarb and custard.
So they've just taken a whole bunch of things from that decade and gone, bosh, let's have a summer snack box thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's brilliant. I mean, I went and bought a bunch of those things the other day when we were in the supermarket.
You did. I didn't realise there was Rivals. I didn't realise there was Rivals
they
range.
totally
Yeah.
are. They totally are. And in terms of the strong characters, we mentioned the actors and actresses before, but the characters themselves that ring closest to you, who do you, when you watch it, who sparks for you? Who are your favourite characters?
And it's interesting because it's not somebody I would ever date, but Danny Dyer's character Freddie is just so lovely. That whole relationship between him and Lizzie, which is again, it's another infidelity, isn't it? But that's just it's so
neglected wife.
So sweet. It's like, come on, do something for goodness sake. So he's lovely, and I
didn't even know for the first 4 episodes that was Danny Dyer.
Well,
because he's got this ridiculous bloody Magnum PI. There's a
few
of them.
A lot of them have got the
ridiculous. A few with the
Magnum
PI massive tash.
Yeah.
Right. And that
you do recognise
hideous kind of like
bouffon hair.
Yeah, hideous bouffon hair. But I didn't know it was Danny Dyer.
That's Danny Dyer. So his character's quite popular actually, but he's not the type. He's not necessarily my type. So the other one is I like. Well, let's look at Rupert Campbell Black. I mean, Rupert Campbell Black is the cad, and actually, he isn't the same description. He doesn't match the description of Jilly Cooper. And one of my friends refuses to watch it because she was in love with Rupert Campbell Black, and she doesn't want to watch it because Rupert Campbell Black isn't the same person. So it's like
because in the book he was blonde.
In the book he was blonde, apparently. So absolutely. But so that particular Rupert Campbell Black. I mean, I've not ever been, even in the 80s, I wasn't attracted to the sort of cad type character. But Declan O'Hara, who also played Poldark, is lovely. Yeah, right. He's really lovely. So yeah.
So the ones that really struck me were actually Declan's wife, Maud.
Well, of course, yeah. Well, she's sexy, isn't she?
She is the hottest thing on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony Baddingham, played by David Tennant.
Yeah, he plays him really well. Yeah.
Not because Tony Baddingham is a admirable character, because he's a complete bastard.
Mm-hmm.
But David Tennant is brilliant in that character. Really, really brilliant. It's almost like pantomime evil type
Yeah,
thing.
I suppose you're right. He is pantomime evil. So question for you: fashions, the fashions. What of those fashions did you actually wear?
So I didn't. I'm going to go out on a limb and go. I didn't wear any of them.
None of them. None of the suits. None of the.
No. So I mean, I get the whole stupid jumper thing in the 80s. Like I get the whole stupid jumper thing. I with possibly with the exception of one jumper, I think I eschewed that trend because I was moving more towards the sort of
Goth.
Indian post-punk and goth and rockabilly
Absolutely.
vibe at the time. So loads of it I recognise. I recognise that. I mean, they've been incredibly faithful actually in terms of their fashions and even the footwear.
Yeah.
They've been incredibly faithful to the period. And I recognise things and go, yeah, I know who wore that. I know who wore that. I know who wore that. Just wasn't me.
So I did do the padded shoulder jacket things and
I bet
pencil
you did.
skirts and high heels. Yeah, in the office. Yeah.
And
I
you had
did.
the perm
And
as well?
lots. I did have a perm. Yeah, I did have a perm. Sort of like a Bananarama type perm. Yeah, I did. And I smoked a lot of cigarettes because everybody did then those days. Yeah. And then we did the whole sort of like going out for lunch and drinking at lunchtime, being pissed all the time, go back to the office, smoke some more cigarettes and work late, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So there you go. It's just got echoes of loads and loads of stuff if you were there in the 80s.
Yeah, absolutely.
Loads of stuff you recognise. So that's our first series, which I say we're
That we are
halfway through.
watching. That we are watching.
Yeah, we're 6 episodes in on a 12 episode stretch.
Yeah.
So recommend that. Rivals, absolutely awesome.
So there's another thing coming on Disney Plus which you've spotted. What's that one?
Yeah, so that doesn't start yet. That actually starts this week. So first episode drops this week. Haven't seen it yet. So this is a slightly different thing.
Okay.
I'm going to say slightly different. In as much as Rivals is quite comedic. I mean, there is a bit of pathos in it, right? But it's quite comedic. Alice and Steve, I think, is meant to be a little bit darker. Has elements of comedy, but slightly darker. So, series is called Alice and Steve.
Yeah.
It's out on the 8th of June. It's going to be a 6-part rom-com.
That was on Monday. Yeah.
6-part rom-com drama. It's on Disney Plus. The same writers as Sex Education, for people who saw that and liked that.
I love that. Yeah.
And starring Nicola Walker.
She's one of my faves.
And Jermaine Clement. So Nicola, again, talking age here, right? So she's born 1970. So she's going to be 56 this year. So absolutely in our sort of like peer group there. Some of you would have seen her on The Split. The Split was huge.
She's turning into a national treasure.
Spooks.
She's almost, some people said she's heading towards being Dame Judi Dench in touch as such as she's been in The Split. She's been in Spooks,
The Unforgotten.
The Unforgotten, that was good.
And what I didn't know until I researched it, she was actually in Four Weddings and a Funeral when she was really young.
Tiny cameo role as a singer.
But if you like Nicola, I mean, The Split was really
I
good.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
That was about divorce lawyers and a divorce.
Yeah.
And a whole kind of like reawakening of her as a woman in that whole divorce process. So she's the main character.
Right.
She's playing opposite Jermaine Clement. Now, some people may not have heard of Jermaine Clement, Kiwi actor. So I've heard of him because the thing that he's most famous for in my book, he's been in loads of films, but he's been doing voiceovers for a lot of animation actually.
Right.
But the thing that first brought Jermaine to my attention was Flight of the Conchords. So he was part of a comedy double act in New Zealand, which were described as New Zealand's 4th most popular guitar-based digi-bongo a cappella rap funk comedy folk duo. Right. And now, if you haven't seen Flight of the Conchords, go onto YouTube, type in Flight of the Conchords. Conchords is Conchords. It's the funniest thing ever.
But he was also in something else funny. What they do in the shadows?
Which I didn't see.
Yeah, but
you know about that.
I know about that. I haven't seen it, but I've seen trailers for it previously. And so when I knew we were going to start talking about this program, I had another look. It's hilarious. It's got one of my favorite actors in Matt Perry. Is that his name? Matt.
Oh, Matt Berry.
Matt Berry.
Yeah.
Matt Berry. Sorry, excuse me. Matthew Perry is a different actor, but I quite liked him too. But Matt Berry, who was in the IT Crowd, who they are a bunch of vampires, and it's how vampires live, and it's hilarious. It's really, really funny. So he has that whole comedy.
Oh yeah, he plays it straight.
He plays it straight. They all play it straight in that, so it's brilliant.
So more credentials on this one then. So although it's not out yet, although it's just come out this week actually.
We haven't watched it yet.
The writers were from Sex Education. The producers are the people who made Baby Reindeer.
We never watched that fully.
No, but hugely acclaimed.
It's really, yeah.
And this thing has already won 3 awards in the last 10 weeks.
Wow.
So it previewed at Cannes, and it won 3 awards at Cannes in April 26.
Wow.
So it's being heralded as like a big thing. And it's made in Britain, in London, by Clark and Well Films. Mm-hmm. It's got from the previews I've seen, very British vibe, bit of a Richard Curtisy vibe in some parts. Mm-hmm. And the plot, let's talk about the plot. So you've got Jermaine, you've got Nicola. So she plays Alice. And this is about, he's her best friend. Mm-hmm. They are in their 50s, right? And Alice is devastated when her best friend Steve starts dating her 26-year-old daughter. Scared that she will then lose both her daughter and her best friend, she tries everything she can to attempt to sabotage their relationship. And in that sort of plot line, they get into some kind of serious stuff about why is she so outraged, the issue of age gap relationships, and the 50 to 26 thing. We just found out the other day, David Coulthard,
yeah, we did,
getting married. We found out this weekend at the Monaco Grand Prix that we were watching. He's 56, isn't it?
I can't remember. He's something like that. 55.
I think he's 50 or 53 to 56. He's in that range, and he's about to marry a girl who's 30. I say girl, that's a woman, really, isn't it? But somebody 23 odd years. I think he's 53, 23 years younger.
That's a whole nother episode of the
So the age gap, it gets into that age gap relationship territory, and the sense of outrage she feels about that because it is her daughter.
Yeah.
But yeah, really looking forward to that, because I think that's going to be a really, really astounding,
it's a good one.
Astounding series.
It's a good one. So. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to tell you mine, but before we look at the ones that I'm really looking forward to, I have got to ask you all a favour. I'm going to please ask you, if you like the podcast, it does really make a difference to us if you can follow or subscribe to When the Fight Did I Become Old on whatever podcast platform, whether it's Spotify, Apple, Deezer, Audible, or even YouTube. Can you share the link and tell your friends to watch us? And also, because we're talking about
series
that we like, if there's any series that we've missed that you were like, because we always run out of series to watch and we don't know what to watch, so we would love it, but also share why you like them. So mine, the one that I'm really looking forward to is Ted Lasso.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously this isn't the first season of Ted Lasso, so we've had a few of those, right?
Season 4.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, and they haven't actually given much away on that one either. They haven't told you very much.
And do you know how many episodes season 4 is?
No, I don't. Do you?
I do. 10.
10. Oh, it's
10
not
episodes.
It's not enough. It's not enough. So yeah, so it's got my hero Hannah in it, Hannah Waddingham, and I mean,
what's the plot of season 4? So we've seen Ted do other things in his role as AFC Richmond manager. What's the plot in season 4?
I don't know. Do you know?
I do. He's returning because he's going to be given a women's squad.
Yes. Thank you. Brilliant. Because Paloma's friend auditioned for one of the female footballers. Ta-da!
Did she?
Yeah, she did. She didn't get it, but she did. So yeah.
So he's going to be.
He's returning. Obviously he's returning because at the end of the last one he disappeared off.
Right.
Going back to the
But
States.
that's the tweak. The tweak is that at the end of the last episode.
Yeah.
At the end of the last episode of the last season.
And she bumped into the man that she'd met.
Hannah was asked if she would be interested in putting a women's squad together, and that was it. It's just left hanging.
And she also bumped into the man that she met in Amsterdam, so I'm presuming that would carry on as well. Do you remember? She was in Amsterdam, she fell into the canal, and then came back and then spent the night with this guy and then bumped into him as she'd said goodbye to Ted. Who knows where that's going to go?
In the cast, who have we got in the cast in season 4? Because it's not entirely the same as it. Some people.
Well, it's similar. So it's got Hannah, obviously, who plays Rebecca. It's got Jason's, I can't pronounce his name, Sudeikis, who plays Ted. And it's got Juno Temple, who also plays Keely. She was there in the last few seasons. And it's got Brett Goldstein, who plays Roy. And it's got Roy Kent. And it's also got Brendan Hunt, the coach. So I don't know who else there is that's going to be there. Obviously, it's going to be building the female team, but I have no idea who else is going to be there. Do you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, back on the age group thing, so they're all like right in that zone, right? In terms of
apart from Juno.
Aging well. But Juno. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
She's Keely.
She'll be.
Yeah, so she's going to be.
Brett's 46.
Yeah.
Brendan Hunt's 54. Jason's 51. And Hannah's 52.
Yeah.
So heavy hitting.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is that Ted Lasso was so popular because it was such a feel good series, and I'm hoping it's going to be a really feel good series again. It's filmed in Richmond, which is quintessentially British, so I have a friend who won't watch it because she doesn't think it's going to be true to football. But I don't really care. I'm not really into football, therefore I don't mind whether it's true to football. But what I really like about it is there's several things I really like. I like the feel good. I like Ted Lasso's character.
Yeah.
I think Hannah Waddingham as she comes in as Rebecca in this big, she's 5'11", and Keely is tiny, and she brings the character into it's okay to be big.
Yeah.
It's okay to be, Amazonian, whereas previously all these sort of women are tiny, and she also brings in a whole mix of being in charge but quite vulnerable and quite.
Ooh, on that thread, look at this, Hannah on the front cover. To your point about being 5'11" and powerful. Working out, looking pretty amazing.
Well, I wouldn't say she's working out in that dress. She's just holding a couple of
holding
weights.
Dumbbells.
Brilliant. But yeah, so the whole character that Hannah plays is a big woman who's not a petite little tiny person, but is also quite vulnerable, and she brings a whole lot of joy to that role too. So and she's also moving swiftly on into another program.
Before we run out on that one, the big unanswered plot question for Ted Lasso, for those who have followed previous series, given that Roy's in it and Keely's in it,
are they going to stay together?
Are they going to get back together?
Okay, get back together. Okay, is that the big question? Well, for me,
big question for me.
Okay, for me, it's whether Hannah gets together with the guy from the Captain. So enough, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's Ted, and your last series.
So there's another series that Hannah has been filming that we read an article about, Ride or Die.
Yep. And
that features her as a spy in theory, and her best friend sort of stumbles across. We don't know the plot because it's not a massive giveaway yet. There's not a lot of trailers, but her
best friend doesn't know that her
best friend doesn't know
she is an international killer.
Yeah, and then she stumbles across it. Somehow it is exposed, and then they end up
because she does a hit that goes wrong.
All right,
and then her friend gets caught up in it.
Okay, and then they have to go into hiding. So again, Hannah being, my hero. I mean, actually, I probably need to meet the one. No, never meet your heroes. She wanted to do her own stunts. Stunts
or even
try
stunts.
That one. Good. She wanted to do her own stunts.
Yeah.
And she said she trained hard for it, and she said she was bruised and battered and knackered from it, but she wanted to make sure that she did her own stunts, and she's done quite a bit in that.
And they've taken a bit of a leap out of the Mission Impossible book by filming it in Prague, making it all exotic.
Was Mission Impossible filmed in Prague?
It was in somewhere else in Eastern Europe, but the point is they're getting that vibe, they're getting that cultural vibe by changing the setting to Prague. So it's pretty cool. And when's that out?
It is out 15th of July, 8 episodes on Amazon Prime.
And special guest star, who you are a huge fan of in that series, is
Bill Nighy.
Yeah, Bill Nighy.
I like him. As an older man, I like him. I liked him in The Boat That Rocks. I liked him in...
I couldn't believe that he was 76.
No, I know.
I almost literally died when I was like, what? He can't be that old. That's impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, he was great in Love Actually as well. So, but I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, it'll be good.
So if you liked stylistically things like Killing Eve or The Assassin, this is apparently in the same oeuvre of style of thing. Whereas we talked about the fact that the previous series we were putting out there had won a bunch of awards.
Yeah.
This one hasn't won a bunch of awards yet, but apparently sparked a bidding war between the streaming platforms
did it?
as to who could show it.
Interesting.
Because it was deemed to be like that good.
Brilliant. Look forward to that.
Hey-ho.
So that's our summer viewing going into autumn. But yeah, if you've got any other ones that you recommend or you want to tell us about, that'd be lovely.
Indeed. And so that'll take us, we hope, because of that staggered sort of coming to air thing, that'll take us right through into autumn.
Yeah.
And then we can start worrying about the
run
up to Christmas.
It'll be I'm a Celebrity, so we'll be fine.
Exactly. So that's what we're going to watch over the next couple of months when we're not on holiday, which will be the subject of
a couple of weeks' time.
A couple more episodes, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you've liked today's episode, don't forget, like, follow, share, subscribe, all of those things. And we'll see you again next week for something completely different. Thanks. Bye.